Okay, welcome back. This is Mr. Hassan's Maths channel, and I'm now answering question number 21 from the specimen paper for the new IGCSE Cambridge syllabus from 2025. This is paper 4, the calculator, the paper which the calculator is allowed for. And question number 21 here is about simplifying algebraic fractions. Now, one of the things that we need to understand in mathematics is that, they're all based, all the maths that we're doing is based upon kind of some basic principles. So simplifying algebraic fractions in terms of the methodology and the thinking and the reasoning behind it is no different whatsoever than simplifying a normal fraction. So for example, if I have a fraction like, say, 18 over 24, and I want to simplify this fraction, okay, then what we actually are doing when we're simplifying a fraction like this is we are breaking this down into factors, and then we're cancelling out common factors. So basically what you try to do is you try to find what the highest common factor is in the numerator and in the denominator, the common factor for both of them. So we can say 18 and 24, the highest number that fits into both of those is 6. So we express them both as 6 times something. So this is 18 is 6 times 3, and 24 is 6 times 4. And then the highest common factor that we found, we cancel it out. Okay, the highest common factor of both numerator and denominator, we cancel it out. And we're left with now our simplified fraction 3/4. Okay, so what we've done there and what we're going to do here is exactly the same. So we started off by expressing these numbers as products of their factors. We factorize them. Okay, so normally we just think, oh, divide by 6, divide by 6. What actually we're doing is, if you think about it, we are actually factorizing the numerator, expressing it as a product of factors, factorizing the denominator, expressing it as a product of factors, and then cancelling out the highest common factor in the numerator and denominator. Okay, so that's how we deal with simplifying normal fractions. So when we're dealing with algebraic fractions, we have to follow the same type of methodology. So what we're going to do is we're going to factorize the numerator. So here we have 5p squared minus 20p. So the common factor in these two terms is from the numbers 5, and from the letters, you've got p squared and p. You take out the one with the lower power. That's the highest common factor, which is just p. So you have 5p outside, and then you write inside what you multiply by to end up with 5p squared. So 5p times p gives you 5p squared, and 5p times negative 4 gives me negative 20p. So that's factorizing the numerator, and we do the same thing to the denominator. So in the denominator, the highest common factor here is 2. And then you've got brackets, and you've got p squared minus 16. Now, at first sight, it might seem to you that there's no common factor here. However, p squared minus 16, p squared minus 16 is what's called a difference between two squares. A difference between two squares. So when you have a square term, a minus sign, and then another square term, this is called a difference between two squares. And this will factorize in such a way that you get two brackets. One has a plus, one has a minus, and you put the square root of these terms inside. So the square root of p squared is p, the square root of 16 is 4. So you have p plus 4 and p minus 4. If you were to expand this, you're going to get p squared minus 4p and plus 4p, which means the p term will disappear, and then minus 16. So this factorizes further, so you try to factorize as far as you can go. So 5p times p minus 4, that can't be factorized any further. Over, and you got 2 times, and you got p plus 4 times p minus 4. Okay, and now we see there is a common factor of p minus 4 that cancels out. So we're left with 5p over 2 times p plus 4. Okay, we could write 5p over 2p plus 8 if you want, that's fine. But that is now our answer. Okay, we have factorized, okay, the numerator and the denominator as far as possible. and then we found a common factor which we cancelled out, and we have our answer. Okay, so that's how you deal with simplifying algebraic fractions. Okay, always factorize the numerator and the denominator, and factorize them as far as you can, and then cancel out any common factors that you might find. Okay, as I said, this answer could be expressed as 5p over 2p plus 8. That's also correct. Both of those would be correct. Okay, so that finishes this question. Question number 21. Other questions from this particular paper can be found in the playlist that will appear on the top right of the screen at the end of the video. Other questions from the topic of algebra from this new syllabus can be found in this playlist. And questions from the topic of algebraic fractions can be found in this playlist over here. And my playlist for my older papers, okay, from the papers before 2025, you can find the algebra topic questions gathered together in the playlist up there. So thank you for watching, and see you soon.